Hey everyone, how you guys doing? It's Grugs here at Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back, troops, legionnaires, and new recruits. Okay, so this is going to be a recorded Legion Live, and I did that on purpose again because I am in a spot where the reception is very spotty, and I want to give the legionnaires out there a really good view of what, in my opinion, is a great knife. So let's get to it, all right? But before we go get any further into this video, what are you guys and gals carrying? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, today I am carrying my Kershaw XCOM. This is a great knife. What do you guys gals got? Let me know in the comment section. And this will be a premiere, so type it down, guys and gals. Type it down. All right. So in front of you, you guys are looking at the Lengren Rage. This is a hell of a knife, man. Nice and heavy. It's like over a pound. It's a beautiful blade. It's an ATS 34, which you don't really see much anymore. And the creator of this knife did his own video where he was chopping up all kinds of crazy stuff. But aside from that, being a tough blade, this is a good looking knife. Okay, so, all right, before we get into it, I just want to get into some specs. Okay, this again is the Lengren Rage with an overall length of 10.3 inch, a blade length of 5.2 inch, and it is full tang. Again, the blade material is ATS 34. Blade finish is done in a satin. The blade is an HRC of 61. The blade thickness is 6.1 millimeters, so the spine is nice and thick. Beautiful recurve, all right? Flat grind, and in my opinion, the secondary bevel looks like a convex edge, which is pretty nice. Handle length is 5.1 inch. Handle material is G10 in a greenish color, all right, kind of dark green. Weight, we're looking at 1.08 pounds or 17.3 ounce. It did come with a orange Kydex sheath. I painted it black, and I will get to show you real quick. Just a couple of mentions on the steel. Apparently, according to Lengren, it is a Japanese Hitachi Metal Industry steel that they got. So this ATS is from Japan. The blade and the whole knife and the scales are CNC machined. And again, the Kydex sheath is a name brand that they have. It's called Hermes. So and it comes with this vegetable tanned leather belt loop. So it's pretty nice. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Let me just go over the specs real quick. I think I've got it all, troops. I think I've got it all. All right, good. So let's do a real good close-up. Now I have it in an angle, so I have it on a piece of wood, but I wanted to get you guys to see this awesome blade. It is like a very, very forward type clip point. I love the blade. I love the way it was ground. I would love to see a CNC machine in action making one of these things, okay? Just pretty awesome. I want to make sure that I don't get the shadows in here. I want you guys and gals to see how awesome this blade is, all right? So it has that clip point. It has a nicely done swedge over here. It is a flat ground blade, okay? I'm going to show you. It's flat ground. Beautiful satin finish. Now, let me see if I can get a close-up look on this bevel. To me, this bevel looks like it's convex, all right, the secondary bevel. And I think that's what it is, in my opinion, all right? It has a small, sorry about that. It has a small sharpening choil. And look how thick that tang is, okay? It is done so well. Everything is rounded off beautifully, so nicely done. I don't know if that was by hand, if the CNC machine did it. Sorry about that, guys and gals. Got a little frog in my throat, but check that out. Now, I don't like taking off the scales, but because they have these type of lock screws that they call it. Now I want to, kind of want to know how to take these off. And I can't. A little bit of paint over here, but no big deal. So these are interesting screws that they decided to use. There's that full Tang goodness. I think that is the number 2. This is the second Lengren Rage they made. I'm not sure what that is, what that number is. I thought it was a model, but it's not. All right. It's got orange liners. Okay. I guess that was to complement the sheath, because the sheath was a bright neon orange. It was, I don't know, just too loud for me. The full Tang does protrude, and I guess this could be used as a window breaker, pommel crusher, skull crusher, whatever you guys and gals want to call it. It's got a very generous lanyard hole. All right. It's nicely rounded off on the inside and on the outside. And I did put this lanyard on. So really, really nice. Look at that. Look at that thickness over there. 6.1 millimeters of goodness. All right. Really nice. Really nice. Now, I paid for this. Okay. Unfortunately, Lengren keeps on telling me that these are out of stock in China, which is, I don't know. I don't know what to say. But, I gave up on the guy and I decided to buy this one. And it was a good price. It's like $93 for, I know this is an old steel. It's probably, not the rage anymore. Obviously, the big trend now is Magna Cut, which, I just don't believe in. Especially after watching that Spartan blade break. I know some of you will disagree. I don't care. I don't think that kind of steel is worth that kind of money. But this, in my opinion, is, you get a beautiful knife, over 10 inches. Okay, get that back into focus. Over 10 inches, beautifully done, impeccable work, impeccable work. All right, beautiful G10 scales. Solid, solid knife, heavy too, man, a nice pound. You've got the liners, orange liners, all for like $93, man. $93. Now, I know a lot of people were turned off by the orange sheath. If you go look on Amazon, the sheath was a bright neon orange. I didn't care for it, so a good buddy of mine, a YouTuber, Isaac Knives and Knowledge, he said paint it. So that's what I did, and then he said that there's camouflage paint from Rust-Oleum. That's what I bought. I bought camouflage black. It's a nice flat finish, and I did wind up painting the complete sheath all around. I took everything apart, all right, and I painted it black. It's supposedly supposed to, it's a bond to a molecular level. Time will tell. I did notice that sometimes the paint does, maybe I didn't paint it well, but it does show. If you take a look, there's the orange. It did scrape off a little bit, so I'm not sure it's really a molecular level type of paint. But in any case, it's still a good job on the outside. And, I've got plenty of the paint left over that if, I scrape it, scratch it, or whatever, I can paint over it. Now I'm even thinking maybe I'll paint it a camouflage color, give it some dark greens, light greens. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe do something like that. Now, this is probably one of the best dangler systems from the Chinese knives that I've owned. Instead of putting that Chinese tech lock there, they've got this nice dangler system over here. They've got this piece of Kydex, and they put another piece of Kydex with this metal loop, and then they used a very high quality leather sheath. Not sheath, I'm sorry, leather loop. Really high quality, in my opinion. So very thick. It's nice. There is a snap for retention. Let's pop the knife in real quick. Okay. It's quiet, right? It fits in there real nice, and I'm sure with the paint, it adds a couple of millimeters of tightness. All right. Let me get this into focus. Beautiful package right here. Secondary snap for retention. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. 92 bucks. ATS 34 steel. I remember when I first started getting into knives, ATS 34 was the big rage, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that steel at all. So it's a pretty nice, pretty nice package right here, guys and gals. I had to grab this one, you know. Now, F and Grow is coming out with a similar version, and I'm kind of excited. That's coming out in 154 cm. Eventually, I will do a test on this knife in the upcoming days if weather permits. But I'm excited. I just can't wait. It's going to be a good head-to-head. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a video of this. I'll do a video of the F and Grow EF 139 against the Rage. So I've got expect maybe three different videos from these knives that could do a comparison. But apparently, according to a steel application that I have, ATS 34 and 154 cm are very, very similar, if not the same, supposedly, just made by different manufacturers. If somebody needs to correct me, please let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to, show you guys and gals this awesome knife. Don't be afraid not to buy this knife because of the sheath. You could paint it easy enough. I use Rust-Oleum, but I think I probably should have used Cryon, I think it's called. Apparently that paint bonds to the plastic. I don't know. I used a Rust-Oleum, but the next time, if I need to paint the Kydex, I'm going to try that Cryon in a matte finish of some sort and see if it actually bonds to the plastic. This one said that it bonds to plastic, so I assumed it was the same thing, but I don't think so. And the only reason is because, the paint, if you could see in here, let's see. You could see that the paint already started to rub off by the knife going in and out of the sheath. But not a deal breaker, not a deal breaker. So, you guys and gals should really, I'm sure that most of you out there have multiple knives and multiple sheaths. And, I wouldn't think twice about swapping this out with a sheath from, one of my LT Wright knives in a nice leather sheath. I think I even swapped this out and tested out a sheath from Tops, nice quiet leather sheath. But this knife is very cool. And, for the price, if you guys are enthusiasts and collectors, you shouldn't let this go. Now, speaking of enthusiasts and collectors, I want to show you guys just, if you're a collector, the simple box that it comes in. It's a Lengren box. It's a very, very simple box. All right. There's nothing to it. There's no manuals. There's no cards, no frills, no nothing. But for the collector, if you want to store it in a box, you've got one with the Lengren logo. And fortunately, this box is nice and clean, So it's just got a number on here. I'm not sure what that number means. No other letterings other than Lengren and this 296. But yeah, let's do another close-up of this knife. I want to show you guys and gals, how awesome this blade is. So let me make sure I get this in a focus, proper focus. Look at that workmanship, man. And again, I don't care if it was done with a machine, by hand. Doesn't matter to me because the whole point is to make sure that these things cut, all right? And the knife is just fantastic, troops. Just fantastic. There's some really, really nice jimping, but it's smooth, I have to admit. It's a little bit of smooth jimping, but I don't think it's a deal breaker for me. Or, I'm not sure if it's a deal breaker for you guys and gals out there, but look how nice and thick that is. All the grind lines look even to me, I pretty much checked it. It looks pretty even. I think the CNC machine did well. Very small logo, okay? Nothing too large. that it turns off people, because I know sometimes some people, they don't like large logos on their blades. Something very small, and then they have the Lengren logo right there. Again, very small, very well done. Just an amazing addition to your collection. Okay, now you could take a look at that handle. All right, it's got some slight swelling, maybe not. Maybe it's my eyes, but it's got some nice texturing, and it just feels really good in hand. Make sure I'm in focus here. Okay, it feels really good in the hand, no matter how you hold it. I don't feel any hot spots. Now, some people may think, let me do the reverse grip. Oh, the reverse grip feels real good. Okay, and the reverse forward grip feels real good too. Depending on if you're going to use this for hunting, there's different ways you want to hold the knife as you're cutting the bone, the meat, the cartilage. Well, not the bone, but the cartilage between the knuckles of the bones and stuff like that. So you could really get in there and do some work with this. See if I could position this real nice for you guys and gals, because I am pretty much done. So if you have any questions, don't forget to write them in the comments below. Let me know what you guys are carrying. Like, share, subscribe. And we're almost at 5,000 troops. That's pretty cool, man. I am very fortunate that I have so many people, checking out my channel and subscribing. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys and gals out there. I just want to say thank you. And hopefully by 5,000 subscribers, I will have some form of a giveaway. My very first. Once I reach 5,000, then I'll figure out how to do a giveaway. So, all right, troops, legionnaires, and new recruits. Any questions? Write it down in the comments below. Again, like, share, subscribe this. Let me know what you think about this awesome blade and awesome steel. I can't wait to test it out. So in the coming weeks, I will be testing this out. So just stay tuned for that. I do have a whole bunch of other knives coming from Grow. So they decided that they were going to send me, some more knives to test. And I'm not going to say no, because I enjoy their knives. I love Grow. I love Lengren. I love Lothar. I love a whole bunch of companies that I've been doing knife testing for, because they've been coming through with flying colors at really great prices. You cannot deny, from my videos that I have done with, the work with these knives testing, that they're pretty decent, man. If you use them out in the woods, you use them normally along with an axe and a saw, these knives will last. They will, you can depend on these knives, in my opinion. And I'm just real happy with them. And I'm very happy that I'm able to show, the troops out there, especially the budget-minded, the hard-working man or woman out there trying to support their family, and they just can't afford, you know, $2, $3, $4, $500 knives. This is $90. I'm not saying everybody is going to be able to afford this one. Grow is coming out with something similar like this, the 139, and that's $75. It's a little bit less. But if you check out my videos on my channel, I've got plenty of knives I tested out that are pretty inexpensive. In fact, I've got one coming from Grow that's about $40, 30 or $40, I forgot. We're going to test that out too. Hopefully, it'll be here in a few weeks. But thank you very much, guys and gals, for checking out my channel and my video. Let me know what you think about this knife. Hey, get out of there, stupid bug. And I look forward to hearing your comments on this knife. All right, troops, legionnaires, and new recruits, thanks as always. Appreciate you guys. I want to bring awareness to everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and active military out there that wants to get out of the service. They do face a lot of challenges. So at the comment section, the description section, I will have phone numbers and links to websites that you guys and gals can check out. There's also a heartfelt message from a legionnaire who I haven't heard from in a while. I hope he's okay. Martin Miller. He was a Army veteran from 66 to 69. He has been there. He has done that. And he has experienced what you guys and gals might be going through. He has a heartfelt message. Please read that message. and seek the help that you guys have earned and deserved. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys and gals. We're almost at 5,000. We're going to get there together. At the ready, troops. Hold the line. Have a nice weekend.